Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic, and today we are playing Torgaar Second Rite. So Hidetsugu's Second Rite, 4 mana cost instant. If target player has exactly 10 life, then it deals 10 damage to that player. And so what we're trying to do is make Second Rite actually possible, because getting a player to 10 life exactly is actually pretty difficult. Just the way that if they know that you have it in hand, it's almost impossible, because you can be swinging in, they're going to let in a little bit more damage than you would expect. But we have ways in Historic right now to actually make it possible, to make it, we could actually probably make that work. So it really comes in Fraying Omnipotence and also Torgaar Famine Incarnate. So Torgaar, especially when it enters the battlefield, up to one target player's life total becomes half their starting life total rounded down. So even if they have like 80 life total, they start at 20, and so we will bring them down to 10 exactly with Torgaar. And so Torgaar, exactly what we need to make Hidetsugu's Second Rite work. And so I'm really excited to try this out to see how it does for us. I do have a lot of redundancy built in this deck, so we're going to go over that, but that is the main game plan, is basically play Torgaar, then Second Rite, kill them. The dream is to have 6 mana so that we can actually play both on the same turn, or instant speed, so we can actually get it off without them having interaction. We have ways to protect it, and so I'm going to go into all of that here now. So what we are trying to do is, first off, we have a way to cast Torgaar at instant speed so we can play it on our end step. So if we don't have the 4 mana left, we could actually do this with 4 lands on the battlefield. We have to sacrifice Emergent Zone, so we would have 2 mana, pay 1 mana to tap Emergent Zone, and as long as we have 4 creatures, Torgaar will cost 2 mana. I'm sorry, 3 creatures. Torgaar will then cost 2 mana, and we get to play it. They go down to 10 life. Then we untap. As long as we have a land in hand, we can then cast Second Rite. So that's game plan number 1. We can make that work. Possibly. The other thing too is we can just hit them with creatures until they get down to 10 life, and we can just keep doing the math there, which I know I'm not as so good at. But then we could do 10 damage to the opponent. The issue is if we do end up playing Torgaar just like the turn, and then we have to wait a turn to see if they can do it, they can either gain life, which is why we have Tybalt in here. There's they can just be holding up counters, which is why we have Veil of Summer in here to just maybe stop the counter. There's just a couple things that we can do to kind of protect ourselves a little bit more here. The other thing is just have 6 mana available to do it on the same turn, and so we have a lot of ramp in the deck. We have 2 Arboreal Grazers, which is great. I don't like playing too many of them. Llanowar Elves is just much better, but with this one, it's so important that we get up to 6 mana that I wanted to have as much 1 mana ramp as we can, and it created a body that we're fine getting rid of. And so Llanowar Elves, Arboreal Grazer, and Paradise Druid are main ramping plan. Also creatures that we can sacrifice to Torgaar. We can tap them down, then sacrifice, hopefully still have 4 mana after playing Torgaar and Second Rite. The other thing is we needed, I was trying to fit in some card draw in here. So I mean, first off, we have Lazotep Reaver and Goblin Instigator. Both just create 2 bodies, really, really awesome for us. Being able to create 2 bodies helps us get Torgaar really well. It also just, if we go wide enough, we can control getting them down to 10 a little bit easier that way as well. So there are some really cool things we can do just with that. But then Midnight Reaper is here to be able to help us actually draw cards so that we can fit, grab all the pieces, because we have to have Torgaar in hand and Second Rite in hand. Fraying Omnipotence is another way that we can kind of make this work. So each player loses half their life and then discards half the cards in their hand, then sacrifices half the creatures they control, round up each time. And so this only really works for us if they're at 20 for their starting life total, which with the shock spells and everything like that, I'm not sure if it's even possible, but I'm throwing it in here just because there is the off chance that it does work. Maybe I should go down to 1 copy. I'll probably go down to 1 copy and bring in like either another Duress or another Arboreal Grazer. Let's do that real quick, or even another Midnight Reaper, because we do need card draw on this deck. Let's go for a Grazer. Anyway, so I think that's about right. I was forgetting that doesn't just go down to that. It's whatever the life total is at that time. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this does for me, and hopefully I'm not here for like 5 hours trying to make this combo work, because every time I do a combo deck and spend 5 hours and don't get it, people are like, man, you're terrible at this stuff, YouTube and everything. I'm like, dude, takes a lot of time sometimes, and that's why I'm actually hoping to eventually get some of your guys' videos put onto the channel as well. If you go to my Discord, I also put a post out about it. I'm still in the discovery phase of that, so if you guys are still asking about it, I'm still in the discovery of how I'm wanting to do that necessarily. I was just wanting to gain interest on the post that I put out. But if you guys are interested in maybe sending me videos of you guys getting combos off or decks that you guys really like, I'd actually like to do a compilation of janky plays or just awesome wins when your decks pop off, or like big fails or something like that, the most awesome top decks. There's a lot of cool things that I'd like to be able to do that I just can't get enough of my own recording to actually work to make that happen. And so I'd love to see if you guys are interested in maybe recording videos and sending them my way. How many of you guys would actually be able to do that with your computer? All that you would need is Streamlabs and and to be able to play MTG Arena. And so I'll post a link down in the description below for Streamlabs, so you guys can download that and play with it if you guys want to. And then I'd just like to hear kind of where you guys' thoughts are, like who would actually be interested in doing that, and if that's a good idea. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the gameplay, see how it does, and wish me luck. All right, up against Connor, bringing on Connor. Blue. That's what that is, like blue. All right, opponent's going first. We do have the combo in hand. I mean, kind of. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this. It's a little bit awkward, but we can pull it off with what we've got. And Veil of Summer is nice. Maybe I should play this untapped now. It's blue. We'll play it tap, pass the turn. Expecting for there to be counters. Hopefully we can get out this Paradise Druid without it getting countered. Uh-oh, we're getting milled. That's not good. I'm glad that we actually have some pieces in hand here, though. All right, so Paradise Druid, go. Pass the turn. Next turn, we'll also play Paradise Druid with Veil of Summer. And then we go Fraying Omnipotence into Rite. That's the dream. I'm gonna go ahead and play out. I guess I don't really want to play Goblin Instigator at this point. I was thinking we could at least get something else out there for us. If we can get them down to 10, we can probably control that better against a mill deck. But let's just go ahead and pass the turn. I'd like to be able to hold up this Veil of Summer if possible as well after this Fraying Omnipotence, which we will play next turn. All right, pass to my turn. Duress is also kind of nice. All right, face some life. Let's Fraying Omnipotence. I'm assuming a counter comes out here. We will Veil of Summer. Draw a card. Oh, we need a... Hopefully Duress will let us actually go for second right here. Discard. Yeah, I guess that's... These two. Keep Duress in second right. They are down to 10 life here. If we can actually make this work, this will be sweet. We have a Duress to maybe hit a counter spell in their hand. Sacrifice one creature, okay. Oh my goodness, this is like nerve-wracking. Can we actually make this work? All right, Mystic Sanctuary. So they have lands in hand. What do they discard? Wall of Thoughts, and oh, they just brought something else on top. Didn't say please. Narset, that's fine. We get the Duress and second right here. I think we've got it. I think we got it. All right, they get it. They get a dig for a counter spell here. All right, so they do get a counter spell. Oh, they don't grab his counter spell. Okay, so Duress you. No counter spell. Okay, and second right you. Yes, we pulled it off. Woo! Oh man, that is so much fun. All right, Fraying Omnipotence definitely deserves a spot against decks like that. I don't think it'll work very consistently with Fraying Omnipotence, but it did work there, and that was sweet. All right, that was only game 2, so I actually haven't recorded a ton of these. That was sweet. All right, up against Jaka, bringing on Jaka or Joka, all right, here we go. We have Fraying Omnipotence. We don't actually have... I'm not sure we can actually make this work. I mean, there actually are some pretty cool things we can do with this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Hopefully we run into what we need. All right, so Veil of Summer online here. And we found the combo piece that we need. So, sweet. Let's go actually Overgrown Tomb tapped. Pass the turn. Get out Paradise Druid next turn. Hopefully. Oh, is this Gates? Nope, not Gates. Okay. Well, Paradise Druid, pass the turn. And we actually have Goblin Instigator. So this is... We're actually coming online here. This is cool. What do we have to have happen to make this actually go right? Let's go ahead and play Dragon Skull Summit. Play Goblin Instigator. And I can actually play Torgaar this turn and then Hidetsugu the next turn. Oh! And I don't get to hold up Veil of Summer that way. Is that too risky? Alright, let's just do it. I do want to test this out to see if it does just work for us one of these times. Alright, so Torgaar comes down. Yeah, bring you down to 10, pass the turn. I mean, the other side of it is just that Torgaar is just really big. Like, that can be pretty good for us too. Circuitous, I think we got it. Oh my goodness. The only thing that they can have is like if they play, and they haven't played a land yet, so if they play an untapped land and have like Spell Pierce. We did it! We did it! Yes! Oh my goodness, we got it again. That's 2 for 2. Oh my goodness. All right, well, apparently this deck actually just works. Okay. Oh, that's so fun. All right, up against Ray Care. Bringing on Ray Care. Bring it on. And, ooh, a lot of tapped lands. I do like our hand overall, though. I mean, a Midnight Reaper with a lot of creatures can at least hopefully dig for stuff. And we kind of make up for having slow lands by getting Land Wars out. I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit risky. We don't have like any of our combo pieces. There we go. All right, now life is good. All right, play Land War, pass the turn. We do need to get out black mana on this next turn, so I'm hoping that we can find like a Paradise Druid so that we can still play stuff out. All right, Dragon Skull Summit, Llanowar, pass the turn. So Wildgrowth Walker, they are going to be able to gain life. The nice thing is that we do have instant speed with a Hidetsugu, second right, whatever it is. And so if we can get them down to 10, like if they are using like Bolas's Citadel, which it's all looking like mono green at the moment. They have no blocks. All right, so Grazer. Get that out here. I'm actually going to go for the Reaper. And no, I probably could swing in to try to trade off there, but pass the turn. We have plenty of creatures out now, so I'm just kind of... I wanted to get this out so I can maybe block with the Grazer and start drawing cards. All right, Hydra kills Reaper. Yeah, we'll still get to draw cards, so that's fine. Annoying, but fine. Okay. Okay, we're not finding any of the things that we need right now. That's not good. Now the Dragon Skull Summit. Let's go Reaver. Goblin Instigator. And no attacks, pass the turn. Again, we're just hoping for our combo pieces. And this is one issue, is this deck doesn't have a ton of card draw. We probably could use like I'm trying to think of what we could have in this deck. I'm forgetting that throughout Historic, I haven't played with a lot of the cards in Historic for such a long time now. I'm kind of forgetting what's all there. So yeah, what card draw do I need to put into this deck? I mean, if we just top deck the right things, we do win here. Especially against mono green. Like, they could have Veil of Summer, I guess, in the deck, but still fairly unlikely that it's played in a main deck here. I don't know, maybe not. It's such a good card against like the majority of actual threats that people have. All right, another Voracious Hydra. They may just make this guy massive just to have the trample. Like, that's probably what I would have done there. Getting rid of something with a big butt is a way to go as well. I guess we could block the Walker for forever that way. Doesn't swing in with anything. There's Torgaar. Do I want to wait for anything else is the question. All right, I need to have 2 black mana. So, let's see here. I'm going to hold on to it. That is the better play. Just hold on to it. Pass the turn. No attacks. We can just survive if we find either some card draw or the second Rite. I mean, that would be an insane top deck if we find it here. This is definitely the biggest issue of our deck is card draw. Like, we probably ought to just be mulliganing more aggressively for the combo. I mean, one thing that we can do is maybe just hope that they overcommit to attacks. But that's the issue with Torgaar. It's kind of hard to make that happen because we kill the things that would be able to attack in well. Silly Champion is annoying too. All right, let's block like this on Wildgrowth Walker. He only gets to kill one thing. We get to kill it. Down to 8. We could even bring our life total up. Oh, come on. All right, so let's actually do it this way. Play Goblin Instigator. We'll probably just kill the goblins because these guys have a little bit bigger butts. Okay, 3. Now we have to survive this next turn, and we have to hope that we find the second Rites. I mean, we're still in the game technically. Like, if we just find the second Rite, and then we can survive a couple of turns, we win. That's all that it takes. So we'll see if that can actually happen for us here. Oh, bother. All right, how do they attack? I only have 1 card in hand. I'm not sure attacking for them actually wins them the game. Okay, J-Light Ranger. We got rid of the Wildgrowth Walker, so no life gain here for them. Ooh, all right. So we have a couple of turns now. I don't think J-Light Ranger changes the math on us dying. Oh, Veil of Summer. No, no, no. Now we only have 1 turn. No! No! Ah, and that's pretty much game now. Dang it, the Veil of Summer off the top. And they did keep it, so I mean, like, that was a smart play by them. Oh, I don't think that we can win now. We'll go ahead and play this one out, I guess, for a little bit longer. Can't really swing in. It's our only blocker for Still Leaf Champion. And we will die to the Tramplers if we don't block somewhere. Yeesh. All right, opponent. Ooh, oh man, Veil of Summer not as good against their deck. It's only if opponent plays it right. All right, we'll pass the turn. Oh goodness. Yeah, I mean, unless we can like bait them out to play the Veil of Summer without us actually targeting anything, that is one way to go. But our deck is not really equipped to deal with this. We can maybe try to find like a Fraying Sanity, which they may actually go for. Which then they're not at 10 life anyway. All right, X6. I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Another Voracious Hydra, X7. Yeah, we're done for. We'll just play that out. All right, concede. Oh man. Well, there's definitely holes in this deck. We're all in on a really janky combo, but that's what's fun about it, right? Here we go again. All right, up against Crosis, bringing on Crosis. And again, we kind of have the Midnight Reaper plan. We do go first this time. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Going first is better than not going first. And I really like the way our colors are set up for this hand. All right, Crosis, what you got? All right, Overgrown Tomb tap, pass the turn. Okay, Mystic Sanctuary. And let's go Lazotep Reaver. Pass the turn. I mean, with Midnight Reaper here as well, I was going to say we could just get in for the right amount of damage, but this is fine too. All right, so do we want to pay for it? Yeah, I think we do. Although they will have Lava Quill possibly in this deck. Let's see if we get to keep our stuff alive. I mean, we're looking like zombies at the moment. Just Jun zombies, which, I mean, there is a mass and maybe I'm ramping for something. Like, they could be thinking that. Yeah, this is, so Is It Phoenix, I think, is really powerful in Historic right now. I mean, Is It Phoenix is just really powerful deck everywhere. Let's see if they find Lava Coil, though. That or, like, Flame Sweep. If we get to draw cards, it's kind of what we're going for. We do need to find a way to get them down to 10 life, though. We do have the second right. If we find Torgaar off the top, we actually just, like, win. So let's swing in. Let's just swing in. I mean, this is really, really risky. Kills a Lazotep Reaver. Does have the Lightning Strike, okay. Torgaar off the top. No! Alright. So greedy. But it's so fun to be greedy sometimes, you know? You know. You do know. I know you know. You know? Alright. Still being greedy here. Playing Covenant Skater. Pass the turn. I know that this deck is probably playing something like Flame Sweep, and we are playing out into it. And again, this is all for science. I do this and look bad for you guys. Just saying. Oh, ready. Let's see here. How wide can I go actually here? So let's go ahead and play this stuff out. No attacks past the turn. If they only, so I'm assuming they're going to swing in with Crackling Drake this turn, which I think, can we do 9 points of damage? So they block one of the 2/2s or maybe the 1, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage. And maybe if we had played Tybalt. Can we survive long enough to just get to this second right? All right, they played Chart a Course. We almost have enough mana to just cast both as well. We're 1 mana shy, so even if we find Torgaar off the top, we can't play it all. Crackling Drake comes down. Number 2. We're very likely just dead next turn now. Can we do this? So if they just take it all, there's no way they're doing that. And we're very, very likely dead next turn. So I am just going to do it to myself. It is target player, so if they don't let it through how we want it to, then we're just going to do it to ourselves because we know we're dead. Yup. All right. Down to 13. I mean, I guess we wait just to see if they have something here. If they try to like shock us or something to grow these guys, I mean, we're dead anyway after a shock. Real possibility. Because we didn't block this guy as well, we're dead anyway. I love seeing like the way that they react to it. No, I'm like, what in the world is this guy doing? So we are gonna go out in style. I mean, as soon as I get priority again, I'm saying good game just to let him know, like, hey, we don't have anything. But now he's probably gonna think like, oh, he's baiting me into it. Totally am, dude. All right. Yep, good game. Oh man. Oh, that is Second Rite is a fun card. Like, just the idea of getting them to exactly 10 changes the game completely, where you don't even care about the exact numbers. I mean, you do, but not quite as much. All right, let's go for one more game, and then I'll call it there, regardless of what happens, because I did get the combo off. All right, we're up against I Don't Play Gwent. And let's see here. We don't get Arboreal Grazer out immediately, but we are going first. I am going to go ahead and keep this still. Our hand is decent. I mean, I'd like to control it better, our card draw. Maybe Midnight Reaper isn't the best for card draw, which I was trying to do before. Stupid me. Now is it better just to play Paradise Druid? Let's do that. Paradise Druid, pass the turn. If we find land here off the top, that'll be great for us. If not, I mean, Arboreal Grazer. Paradise Druid is just a little bit... I mean, it's not better ramp, it's okay ramp. Okay, Llanowar. And let's get out Midnight Reaper. Again, we're trying to dig for our pieces here. We're okay, even if it only draws us one card. We also do need to get to 6 mana. All right, Beast Whisper. Okay, so we're up against Elf Ball, which actually is okay with us. Okay, Lazotep Reaver. We'll go ahead and hold on to the Grazer, I guess. Actually, it's probably going to be a good blocker in case they do start going crazy with elves. And will they actually trade off there? All right, no attacks, pass the turn. I'm thinking keeping the Midnight Reaper is going to be a good way for us to actually draw what we need to for this to work. Elves will go wide and go big. I'm assuming this is elves. I'm hoping they don't have any big trampling creatures or good removal. They're trying to figure out what in the world we could be doing here. Yeah, we don't have like any of our pieces right now. But if we can have a lot of stuff die with Midnight Reaper on the battlefield, we will be able to do stuff. And that's what matters. All right, Marwyn, yep, getting crazy. We haven't seen any other colors yet, which is good. That means they don't have Banefire. All right, Woodland Cemetery. Oh yeah, playing another Reaver. All right, let's see here. We're gonna swing here, here. Trying to draw cards. Yeah, let's see what ends up happening here. They let us draw one. Not what we wanted. All right, they have City's Blessing now. All right, is this going to be a Galta deck then as well? Nissa is good. Nissa is very powerful.
The virtue of this world. Behold, nature's true power.
So we do have land, so we can lose Llanowar Elves here as well to draw cards. District Guide. Does this mean they're going for red mana then? No, just more forests. Okay. Got Eternoronus. Okay, that's fine. You get a lot more mana with Marwyn now. No trample though. All right, Vivian really annoying. They can just kill our Midnight Reaper.
I will survive you. With my aim and their claws, you're done. So
the dream with Midnight Reaper was that when we used Torgaar with it, we could sacrifice the right pieces to then just draw into second right. Like that was the dream. But it's not quite working out that way here now. Oh, and that gives they didn't go find white mana. Did they just not decide to put in the gate for that? We're technically we're out of this game, I think. Yeah. All right. Well, we didn't find our pieces. I needed better card draw in this deck. That was the main takeaway here. We could have survived maybe for like a couple more turns, but so if they ever found white mana for Shalai, then we couldn't ever target them. And actually, was it? I don't think it does. Yeah, it does mean that they can't be targeted. Yeah, so we were just done for then. The odds of that very, very little. Anyway, let's go ahead and call it there. I hope you guys enjoyed it I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. Torgaar Second Rite, super fun deck, super silly, and just the fact that we got it off 2 times in a row and like we actually got the combo off was, I mean, like, and that's gonna happen. It's a very janky combo. It's not going to be as consistent, but this is the type of stuff I know a lot of you guys do like to play. It's just like how fun it was to get those 2 times was totally made it worth it. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. I'm almost to 20,000, or I guess I just hit 19,000. So let's get to 20,000 and I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much and bye-bye.